Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Eat, Crit and Survive, where a bunch of us have gathered in the same room to play Dungeons & Dragons. I'm so used to saying different locations.
Because Ross is joining us a bit later, just not in person.
Good, the audio is working on the phone.
I can't see the part. Scroll, man, scroll.
We are back once again to play some Dungeons & Dragons. Thank you, person. We are short a couple of party members. Matt is on holiday. Tom is doing whatever Tom's doing. I can't remember. He didn't say what he was doing.
Probably as well.
And Ross is putting his baby to bed, so that'll be a factor.
I think that's just quite, that's just very just leaving us sat here by ourselves. How dare we were here before his child, so I think that should be embarrassing.
Share daddy's time.
God, when do we get our time with Ross?
When do we get our time with the daddy?
Every other week, apparently.
Sorry, every other week. Yes. Oh, yes. I'll be very sad if he doesn't keep to that.
Yeah.
Because I need more conversations about how you could climb up water.
Not going to get that conversation from anybody else.
That's why I need to hear those conversations.
I just love that you went through that whole conversation of you climbing vertical water without anyone pointing out you can't walk across normal.
No, I was letting him go.
Is like just a still lake classed as running water? Could you cross a lake?
It depends. Is the water running?
Well, if
He
it's
said
just
still lake, there's not running water. Is
yeah, but I didn't know if running water just meant you couldn't cross water.
I don't know.
Because most water's running. Anyway, we'll
Find out.
Oh God, I'm turning into grit. Stop staring at people. It's weird. Come back to us.
No!
Do you know what you were getting into?
So yeah, we are back once again to facing D&D, and we are supported as always by friends of the show, Gainty, who are prepared with wonderful gaming gear and goods. We have things like notebooks that Connor is
with all my pens.
All spells and pens.
I just realised that my hair is blinking, but just on this side.
What?
Just realised that my hair is blinking, but only on this side.
Well, start again. Get the makeup crew in here. I need to ask a question about the script.
The spoiler.
It'll make you very streamlined.
Yeah, it's fine. We have that Gainty. I would downforce something on you.
Please.
They also have got wonderful shirts like the one that Laura is currently wearing.
Oh, Mary!
They have got things like cushions and all sorts of wonderful stuff.
Candles.
Art, which we have some on our wall next door. Right? So, check out our Instagram because that's where we put those on. They got some good stuff on Gainty. You can go and follow our link on Gainty's website. Use the code CritSurvive to earn that and get yourself 5% off. You think I haven't been doing this for a little while. So you can.
It's only our 10th session. But to be fair, you have been saying it in the board game. It is my note. But you have done it.
I like that. Yeah, but you've gone session 10.
Yeah.
Session
10.
Usually 10 could be less.
No, it is. I've got
So like
written
Not
down.
10 and 3/4.
Yeah.
For all the D&D people there now.
So we are going to have Ross turn up at some point, but as we're saying, we also talk about our board game streams because we do those on Wednesday nights. We are going to be playing the second half of our extravaganza of Great Western Trails on Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday or is it Thursday?
This Wednesday.
Oh, okay, that's good then.
Is that okay? Does that work for you?
Yeah,
No, that's fine.
it's actually better for me.
That's good.
That's right. So yeah,
Wednesday's really inconvenient. I was just too polite to say.
Thursday is potentially inconvenient.
that's fine.
So Wednesday is fine.
But yes, so on Wednesday we're going to be picking up the second half of that episode. If you want to check out the first half of how we sort of made our way around the Rondell, shipping cows across the estates, you can check out our YouTube page where we have all of our previous episodes stored, or you can check them out right here on Twitch where you can see them on demand. And with that, because we have got no idea when Ross is going to up, we may as well do the thing.
It's fine. Brit's just sleeping.
Let's rob him while he can't do it.
He's got a few seeds on him. That's about it.
He's got this lovely little metal fist that he keeps using.
What that guy's arm?
Yeah, that guy's arm.
What? I haven't noticed this.
He winds up to do his,
Electric gauntlet.
the one he does.
Grit.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Tom's character. I was like, when does he?
Oh
And when I
no!
said seeds, I was like, Tom. Oh yeah, Grit's got cool stuff. Oh,
Yeah, Grit has got cool stuff. That reminds me, I probably should have Klaus and
oh,
Palimpsest
yeah,
up.
then. Yeah.
Yes, I have paper now.
Yeah.
Are you? Are these stats for both of you?
No,
No, you just.
no, I actually had the wrong character sheet up when I was writing it, and I wrote down Klaus. And I went, hang on a minute, that's wrong.
I'm not that person.
But I wrote it in Sharpie, so there's nothing I could do about it, and I only had one sheet with it. No, we'll
Do we
level
have
up
the
soon.
bits?
We'll level up soon.
Tipex at work.
Oh, we'll level up soon,
So
and then it will be
I've
rectified.
just been through 3 houses in a row. We're definitely not leveling up soon.
You might need to just get to somewhere. Milestone leveling,
I
guys.
think here is good for. We should build a city.
I think we should build a city
Ah,
right
yes,
next.
Ghost Pig City.
Yes.
Because its foundations are strong.
Yeah. No, did you hear what happened to them? Yeah, they went down to Booink and it just went terribly for them.
Boink,
Booink.
boink, boink,
Boink.
boink.
Sure, all one is Boink. Boink, Illinois. Anyway, Connor, would you like to tell us what happened last time?
Oh,
Your detailed notes. How the hell have you got 3 pages of notes?
I've only got
from-
like one.
I mean, multiple campaigns, Luke, and this book is very expensive.
I don't think you use a different notebook for each campaign.
No, I just write whose campaign it is as a chapter.
Yeah, different notebooks have different types of
Map
paper.
campaign, see?
Hmm.
They're headhunters. And then our one is just.
He will regret his choice soon.
Yeah, almost certainly.
A camp is made at the tree line. There were oak trees. Cassian wastes hours teaching Smokey how to speak common names and basic commands. An hour and a half and the fog rolls in. It is thick and vast. Klaus hears a noise and a disturbance in the fog. He wanders off alone, very bravely and stupidly, to see 2 huge creatures heading towards the camp. He elects not to warn the camp and watches from a distance. 2 large albino hogs wander into the camp, snuffling and truffling next to the campfire. I throw 2 large rabbits at them, away from the camp. Unfortunately, Klaus is in the line of fire, and it startles the hog and starts combat. Chaos ensues. Next chapter.
Here endeth the lesson.
Smokey leaps from the trees and ignites the boar, dealing 20 points of damage. The MVP Smokey. 1 boar is killed, 1 runs for its life, so that it isn't killed and butchered and carved up for food. Grit follows an intensive line of questioning with me. Claw is also the boss. That conducts. No more questions.
And then you stuck your hand up a pig's butt.
I did.
You did string an arrow.
Let's
didn't
get
you?
an arrow. It was important.
It was. I don't know why, but
That was a blow-by-blow account of anything that I deemed important.
I just love how I have the same story, but on the same page, I don't have the same story.
From 2 different
It's like-
POVs.
Waste time teaching Smokey. You know.
Epically teaches.
so to fill in the gaps, the party had
I don't know why I felt it important to point out that the trees were large and oak.
Because Luke,
Set the scene.
Luke just
You
gave
took
a
the
nice
time to
description.
mention it, so it must have been important.
but yeah, so
Luke
you
never
had
remembers that they were.
Yeah.
what there were trees.
No, it's through the.
So you have made your way through the forest, having headed south from the walled city of no name, as of yet, near the Maelstrom, and you had emerged from the forest, having been chased by giant gorillons, bloodied and battered, and decided to take a nap. And in taking the nap,
I never got it.
pigs turned up and caused problems for you. And they were large pigs. They were large,
Like
Ah,
a horse.
large.
Like a lizard.
Like a lizard. I need
What did I
a-
say last week? Like a large alpaca.
Large alpaca.
I am gonna print off that like page from the D&D.
You don't- I still need to be heard.
It's for you.
You're
Dom.
loud enough for the rest of all of
I can project more if it's required.
Projection is useful. Welcome.
them.
I am Spartacus.
No,
Oh,
I'm
I am
Spartacus.
I'm Morgan Freeman.
I'm Troy McClure.
No, I was Gimble Bimble Pocket thing. Anyway, yeah, so you had spent the evening having various conversations. You had uncovered who the boss is.
Claw.
They're just claw, not the claw.
No, it's the claw.
No, it's claw.
The claw.
Okay.
Next time I meet him, it's hello, Mr. The Claw. Mr.
I know you're the
McClaw.
boss.
And having uncovered that information and shared a little bit of your own past at the same time, you had your night's rest and are awake, fresh, ready. You have the ghost boar hide has been strung up in a tree.
Yes.
The grit is going to have something to do with, and you have a carcass of the ghost boar. What would you like to do of the morning?
Bacon.
Can't really do the bacon when you've taken the hide off.
The hide would just be like the skin. Sausages?
Require a bit of
Pork
effort.
chop.
Something with pork in it.
Rack of ribs for breakfast.
Casual ribs for everyone. I mean, the ribs are pretty huge, like they are
King ribs.
significant.
And
Yeah.
I think it was like actual part.
Oh, Steph is shaking her head at us.
Oh.
Come on.
Like,
Come on, veterinarian, enlighten us all. What bit is bacon?
what is bacon? Hold on. What?
Oh, no, we're going to
Bacon.
the first topical question of what is bacon?
Steph, break the third wall. The party looks to the narrator in the sky and questions, what is bacon?
Specifically, it's the taint of the fish.
If you could do it in a Morgan Freeman voice, that'd be even better.
It would be even better if there wasn't enough life. You could just a voice out of the shadows.
The belly or the back or the sides. It's not the thighs.
There you go.
Oh, well, I'll chop off a bit of the
Yeah.
pig's
We-
ass and we can have bacon.
We can't do pork smashings.
Hey, you can do some rump bacon,
Do some crackling.
big bacon. There you go. We've ruined the immersion for today. So let's
God, Steph.
make some ghost
I
boar bacon.
really wanted some bacon.
Ghost boar is different to normal boar.
God damn it.
Its skin is
I
the
want
bacon.
bacon.
You make bacon
Thank you. That's what I'm going to start my day off. Is I made bacon.
or bacon. Is there anything you would like to discuss whilst you are around the campfire this evening, this morning? In fact, of the
Did everyone have a nice sleep? Finally.
Yeah, eventually. I mean, I'm a bit surprised these pigs came through and caused all that trouble.
I mean, we might have gotten away with it if we'd just like hidden up a tree or something. But I'd be interested to know what they were looking for. Were they looking for us? Could we tell if they were looking for us? Or they were just passing through?
You have no idea what the intentions are of these boars, and they are too dead to ask. Hey, sorry, invite everyone for those meddling kids.
Curses! Oh wait, were those meddling kids?
Weird.
But
those
they
people.
they were pigs, not goats.
Did I say goats?
Meddling kids.
I'm sorry, I just really wanted to be Daphne. Or Fred in this case. I'm more Fred right now.
She goes, Fred.
Maybe it's just something we'll have to deal with if we're following the river, because we'll get animals coming to it to drink and things.
Ooh, the audio is working. Okay. I'm just turning on the stream so I can keep an eye on the chat.
Yes. Well, maybe, but then there was like those weird creatures in trees, and the water seemed like filled with bad. The forest seems filled with bad.
Time to burn it all down and start again.
Really?
No, that
That's
seems overkill.
that's
What the gods is.
just mad. That's happened once before. I think we probably that's not our goal here.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought though. I wonder why the magpies are afraid of the fire. Most animals are.
The boars weren't afraid of the fire.
I suppose
Maybe
maybe
they've
if you can turn ghosty and run away from fire better. You don't have to be afraid of it.
You can
Or
run
maybe they're
through
intrigued
trees.
from something they haven't seen before.
They didn't see us. So, well, they haven't seen us before. Either way.
If no one's ever been out here, then they've probably never seen a campfire.
Yeah. And we're carrying food, so maybe they smelled that.
Carrying food, looked like food, next to a source of cooking food.
Yeah, we didn't very much hide ourselves, but we learn.
Maybe next time we make camp do it a little bit earlier then and make more of an effort to hide ourselves or something.
Yes, or make sure we go like up into trees.
Or we just stay away
Yeah.
from cooked food for a little while. As to not draw attention to themselves.
Yeah, I'm not into
mean-
that sort of delicacy.
I was thinking more of like eating our rations, but whatever floats your boat.
I mean, I'm happy with rations, but sometimes you gotta get your protein somewhere.
Well, yeah. There are other ways of getting protein. I reach into my little fanny pack.
shakes and
I grab my little thing, I'm like, "Oh, the nuts are a very good source of protein if eaten in a high enough quantity."
If you could find me some cashew and peanuts.
Oh, well, what did you say? Would you like
Oh.
the immersion?
Immersion.
I like your preparedness. Good thinking.
Breakfast peanut never goes wrong.
I'll stick with my bacon, thank you. But I get your point. We don't have to cook every night.
Reason, so,
I still think go ahead, Vincent.
also, if we're concerned about the animals sort of near the river in ports, we could always head towards the coast and walk along the coastline.
That's more water.
But animals don't generally go and drink the sea. Salty water.
We don't know what animals are doing with it. Pigs don't generally run through trees. So, you know, and scorpions don't generally live in big lakes.
Scorpions do a score.
Yeah, and kind
How
of.
do you know? You know the scorpion.
Yes, large one.
How do you
Like-
know? I mean, you do know because of the DM. There might be scorpions around the village. I
So don't
don't
tell
know.
me because anything you say.
Yeah. Would I?
There's a fly with
Okay,
an
fine.
elven face out there.
I'll take it back if I've never seen a scorpion before.
You probably wouldn't want a big scorpion before.
I'm guessing those big weird things in the lake don't usually live in a lake.
What the weird thing? Hang
The
on.
thing that we saw in the lake doesn't live in the lake.
I could help you out here, but I'm enjoying the struggle.
Pigs don't usually run through trees. I'm sticking with my first statement.
That one is valid.
Thank you.
But they do fly.
But if the coast is going to get us to where we're going to go, then I'm not against going to the coast. But if we want to stick to the river,
Thing all we have is we're going southwest to the or southeast towards the Grand Canyon, the Great Canyon.
I've always wanted to go to the canyon.
I mean, we're sort of following the river because you know the last one led us to a place, so this one would probably lead us to a place. I think we should stick with the river.
we could always come back and
At least then we know how to get back home.
yes, and the coast. We might get closer to the coast along the way. How far was the coast from us?
From here, it was about half a day's walk.
We might end up close to the coast because if the river's going back the way we came from, then
Flows that way, yeah.
we're probably going to end up hitting the coast anyway if we follow the river, and then we can explore it.
Yeah, maybe. Or we could, if we decide we want to go off and explore the coast, we know which direction it's in. We could just try and find our own trail.
Again, this river is slightly salinated, so there's probably a source which does feed into it that is from the sea.
Well, then we should just keep going.
Okay.
Interesting. Let's keep swimming.
I'm going to walk if that's okay. Don't know what's in the river.
Yeah, no, again, creatures in the water, don't trust the water. Although is the water still drinkable?
Yeah, it's still drinkable.
Yeah.
It's ever so slightly salty.
Tasty.
Brackish.
Well, when you're done with your peanuts, we'll pack up and head
Again,
off.
another glorious thing about peanuts and a test to cooked food is they're good for while you're walking.
Really, I don't want you
mean,
to
those
like
look like
choke,
peanuts to
trip
me.
and choke.
Oh no, they're slightly roasted.
So
Roast-
you
roasted is
cooked
cooked.
them.
Not cooked, roasted.
I think heat is needed for such
And
a
honey
thing.
glazed.
From those bees over there.
From the bees with the elven faces.
They were
There it is now.
all right.
Yes.
All right, so you strike off.
Gonna put my pan away.
Yeah. Get away with that now. Turns out there's a leg.
All right, so as you set off, this morning is grey and overcast with a bit of a chill on the wind. It's rather unexpected for this particular area as you have travelled up in the other way. It's been quite warm recently, and you have had a fair bit of rain. There's no rain falling at the moment, but the land is damp from the mist that's pervaded around the previous night. I think I did it well.
Just do it, Colin.
Come here.
I was waiting for Luke to make a loud noise. And there's thunder on the horizon.
Yeah.
As you continue along the river, you are it meanders vaguely through the various hills that are in place. Some of them are a little bit smaller, maybe going 20, 30 feet up. Some of them are going a little bit, higher up to maybe 200 feet or so. But they're just sort of general rolling hills with bits of plant life growing upon. You do see on the north face of some of these hills what look to be almost grape-like vines that are growing, that have been quite overgrown and have just been there for quite a long time. Probably grown there quite naturally in the soil, and they've just sprouted and created whatever this is. But it just seems to be that abundance of this.
I'll be able to take.
You
I
can
was
see.
gonna say the actual, is it just the vines or is that actual like what looks like?
You can go and have a look. You can go and have a look.
Yeah, just gonna have a look.
Sorry, so we've just walked into a field and it's just
No, you can walk. No, you're walking along the river, and there are these rolling hills, and
Yeah.
some of them have got these vines growing on them on the
They're
northern side.
alive.
The sound of music.
yeah.
Maybe palimpsest knows what these are like.
Yeah.
Have some idea what these are about.
These look like they are just wild grapes of some description.
Cool.
You can go and have a look at them. And as you sort of inspect them, they are grape like the vine leaves that you would expect to see out of it, and then you sort of pull them apart. Instead of seeing what you would expect as a sort of a full cluster of grapes, quite substantial size, you get what looks to be effectively a massive raspberry-like creature, like
Does it have a human face?
no, sorry, I misspoke when I said creature, but a lot like raspberry-like plant, in as much as it is, you can sort of pull out the vertebrae. It's kind of like a bunch of grapes, but it's just sort of
More
massive,
solid.
and a little bit more connected, and it is probably closer in shape to a raspberry, but about
Round.
not this,
Geez, like a big raspberry.
not 2 feet.
A big raspberry just made up of small grapes.
Effectively, yeah.
Wow, that's a
But
lot.
well, not even small grapes. The grapes are
Big grape.
that's like a tennis ball.
Jeez, big. So as if like
I'm rolling for the raspberry monster.
yeah, damn straight. So like as if like we had a bunch of grapes, but we were small.
Yeah, or they were supersized.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try eating the grape.
All right, you take one off, put it away. It screams from there.
It screams in pain.
As you're sort of putting it away, and you sort of move it around the light, you see that within it is the skin sort of has a slight golden sheen to it, sort of within the sort of deep purple.
Ooh,
As you put it
no.
away and
Ooh, they're pretty.
bite into it. Make a constitution saving throw.
Oh no, you're gonna get drunk.
Before I know the action of that, am I able to take like 5 or 6 and put them in my bag?
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
5.
5. It's actually a little bit sour as you bite into it, but as you bite into it, it just explodes and gets in your eyes a little bit. It's like, ow.
Careful with these.
Oh, the
Juicy.
Nice first.
They are very juicy. It's a little bit sour, a little bit tart, but it is very much like a grape.
oh, I'll have one.
You can have a grape.
Yeah.
The audio isn't as loud as the others. It's possible to, yeah, we can certainly try. Just
Oh, you're just too far away.
adjust that upright. We can do that.
Did you
Hello.
did you know what you were doing, or did you just
You just twizzled and
you just twizzled and that's like yeah.
I brought it up right. It's the same. It's all going from the same microphone, so it should be okay. How is that? Do I need to speak a little louder? How are the bars looking on the screen?
Green.
green and sometimes
We
peak in yellow.
you take it to yellow.
Let's do.
Much better, thank you.
There we go. I just upped the gain slightly. And
Oh,
then
we-
pulled it up.
I take it to like red. I'm gonna just quieten down a little.
It's fine. So yes, they are.
But then you'll get louder.
Be very, very quiet.
Well,
Very,
thank
very
you,
quiet.
So
How do
yeah.
you get to level 5?
Can I
so
take
quickly?
like? Can I take a few as well? I'll take like 3.
Yeah, there are. Like, as you sort of come to the top, you look over from the top of this hill. There are dozens of these plants growing all over the place.
Oh, then I'll take like 6.
Yes.
I forget that like
I
bags of
do
holding
think-
are not a thing at the moment.
Well, basically,
Actually, Grit has a bag of holding.
Grit.
Yeah,
Can we just like put a few of these in just for the journey? If that's okay.
yeah, sure.
I think they look pretty cool.
well, they're clearly not going to fit inside the bag.
My bag of holding. Yeah, holds stuff.
More stuff than you think, though. I know. I don't think about it
Yeah,
too much.
No one likes hold stuff, but that's holding more stuff.
More than you
Lots
think.
of pockets.
Okay, that's clever.
It's clever.
Mate,
Let's just see what else he's got in there.
Yeah, hand it over. Reach in. I'll just keep going.
Oh my God. I'm devouring, actually.
It's a mimic.
I put 10 more in there.
Okay. So
Does
make,
it-
make a note that there is about 20 of these grapes.
So I need to get
Does-
level 5 as soon as possible. I want to do the chef's fee. I want to make
20 grapes.
Is that when you get your own side?
Yeah.
in
Dream. We need to get that.
his bag.
Does it
Sorry.
get heavier with more stuff in?
I mean,
Amazingly. Not-
yeah,
Yeah.
ish. I mean, like, not really.
Oh. He could put a lot in there. I mean, I
Can I
don't.
try?
There's like,
Sure.
I don't know how much stuff is actually in there, but
I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna, I don't know, put, yeah, I've got a warhammer, so I'm gonna put that in and see if it feels heavier.
You drop the warhammer and it just disappears into the bag.
Oh wow, that is very clever.
You can't see it. It
It
doesn't feel any
It doesn't feel any heavier as well. That's
Yeah.
very, very useful. Wow.
I'll have about now.
Hang on, can I get my hammer back first, please?
I don't know. Danny,
I will try.
reach in. Can't feel anything.
Have you got stuff out of it again?
Yeah.
Okay, can you get my hammer out, please?
Yeah. Okay. Put the bag back on.
I really should have just turned it inside out.
Can I have my hammer back, please?
Oh, right.
Thank you very much.
Hand it over.
It's great for a surprise attack.
yeah, I didn't know.
Wow. That is cool. I mean, I've seen some of your other neat stuff, like the sparky arm and things.
Yeah, this is really efficient packing.
Yeah. Wow.
Means I can travel light,
Yeah.
which is great because
Yeah.
he just carries all the
Yeah.
stuff. It's awesome. Or I do like to like keep my axe on me.
Yeah. Made a bit sharper for you. So yeah.
Yes.
Right, so I've got lots of stuff to carry. We know who to ask.
Yes.
Yes.
Me.
Who?
You.
We've all got some grapes. Are we all good?
Yeah. There's some grapes.
I'm just going to eat one.
Alright.
After watching that.
I'll definitely eat one as
Yeah.
well.
It
Just
is
very juicy.
juicy and Danny chin.
Nice.
The
You get
seeds aren't.
absolutely
The
hammered.
seeds are a little bit big. They're not fermented. They're
No,
just
that face. But I mean, they've been there a long time, so
growing.
They will be in a little while. That's why I was like, that's wine. They're gold and juicy and everything. I'm like, wine.
great.
Yeah, they are pretty much red wine grapes.
Oh,
Grapes of Baldwin.
yeah, they're
I-
different types. Is it just
I
the
look
one?
for Big Gary.
There are some other grapes. So on the other side of this particular hill, you do look down, there are grapes that sort of grow in slightly shadier terrains, or slightly shadier thing. You do get the sea mist coming up to there, and it causes them grow from there. Those ones have a slightly lighter skin, sort of almost silverish.
I will say.
The different terroirs.
Yeah, it has got. It is a
Well,
very
basically, we've
different
got a Sauvignon Blanc over there, and this is more of a Shiraz.
I'll grab a few. I'll grab like 5 of each different type that we come across.
Sure.
But I'll talk to like palette obsessed and be like, do you think we could like grow our own from these? And we could take them to the next place.
And so you get the right conditions for them.
Yeah, I think this would be great. We just grow our own. This will be great.
Stop it. It's like,
We could grow our own, make our own wine. We could be like, this could be the new industry we build outside of our little village.
You are aware of wine as a concept and as a beverage.
Yes, but
Do you know how to make wine?
do I?
Rolling
Unlikely.
doubt it.
Well, you never. When it's all down to the rolls, you never know. What am I rolling?
It's of intelligence.
14.
You have drunk wine. And as far as you know, making it goes from pouring it from a bottle into a glass. And sometimes not even a glass. It was a good roll, but there's nothing in Cassian's backstory to have suggested he would have learned.
I drink a lot of it, so maybe
Yeah.
I know.
You drink a lot of wine, you drink a lot of mead. You do not necessarily make wine, you're a carpenter.
Okay. So the retroactively, I put 20 grapes in his bag, but like 5 or 4 different types.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you only really find the 2 different types.
Oh, I thought you said there was like a 3. No, okay, so the lighter one that's got like
Yeah,
the
the lighter
spray.
one is like more
lighter
silver.
ones.
Oh, okay, 10 of each then.
Yeah.
it's literally the first thing that I thought when you're like a large grapes.
One of those things I know a surprising amount for someone who doesn't partake of it. Knowing how to drink is a
We've
lot
got,
different
we've
to
got
knowing
a
how to
theme
make it.
here. Viticulture on Wednesday and now wine.
Yeah, so next week we're going to be shipping cows around.
Yes.
Canal cows.
Canal cows.
No, they're very
Um,
ships. It's much more efficient.
Yeah, I think that's the premise of the Argentina expansion. Anyway, all right. So having gathered some grapes, you continue along on
No,
your
yes, drink is a lot different.
continue along your way. You come to one of the hills as you're going on. You notice that it's a little irregular. A lot of these hills are sort of generally quite smooth. Some of them quite shallow inclines, some of them a little bit steeper and go a little higher. But this one, after sort of half a day's travel or so, you come across a hill which has stairs carved
Oh,
into it.
cool.
The ground is cobbled where you see these stairs, but grass has grown between them. And some of the grass has been flattened relatively recently, as if something has trodden on it.
Oh,
But then there is also grass going up the sides that has also been flattened. So it's entirely possible there were animals that have just walked up.
as in
Can I
like,
check for tracks and see if I can figure out
Yeah.
what was here?
Make a survival check.
oh, I mean,
13.
good,
Thirteen.
brain, good shot.
From the look of it, this is probably something akin to a sheep or a goat.
Looks like some kind of grazing animal, sheep or goats. Bit smaller and hopefully less dangerous than the pigs.
Yes, hopefully not as large.
It does seem like they are average sized sheep and goats. They're not bigger than normal.
Bigger, large goats or sheep. Like
Yeah, this is interesting because it's another sign of civilization and things that might have been before.
I will.
There must have been a reason for the steps. Shall we go up and have a look?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm already starting up. Let's go.
All right. You climb up the 213 stairs.
Sure.
Quite a large hill, this one. It's got a massive base around it. And as you get to the top, it sort of gets to flatten out. So you come to the top of it and you see that it comes to a crest and then it just plateaus.
Yep.
The reason it plateaus is as you come over it, you can see that they have what has been dug into it is an amphitheatre.
Awesome.
A sort of limestone or white marble Greek style amphitheatre that is stepped. Ross has just said that he doesn't think he's going to make it. Which is unfortunate. Well, we started, so we know how.
Well, yeah.
And this is where we
Babies, they interfere with important things like D&D.
But yeah, it is a Greek style amphitheatre, sort of the full steps and surrounds, and there is at the bottom, sort of due east on the compass point, is a pair of gates that are rusted and sort of cracked and bent in various ways. As you look around, you can see that there is white marble that has been imported here to build this amphitheatre, but it is covered with a deep red lichen and moss over the many years of abandon. However, you notice across the ground that there are other streaks of a different shade of red, sort of dragging towards the gate.
Is it lichen or different kind of lichen or something else, or can I not tell?
You can't tell from this distance. You can go down and have a look.
How big is it? So kind of like how many rows?
There are about 15 rows. It's pretty large.
So we're like at the top.
You're at the top looking down to the
I
stadium.
will. Do we all notice the red streaks or kind of?
It's pretty obvious, yeah. There's patches where the lichen and moss have grown sort of quite naturally, and this is just a sort of like a smear.
Yeah, I'll walk down.
Yeah, this is impressive. But I want to have a look at it, and there's that whatever's made those tracks. Maybe we'll be something friendly.
I walk down, but rebelliously just kind of also stand on the seats.
I'm going to follow the steps.
There aren't any particular seats, or it's just
I
steps.
thought it would be like there's little
No.
pathways, like in the theatre.
No, because it's not like an actual
Oh, then yeah,
seated
I'll
theatre.
just-
It's proper like Greek style.
I'll
You're
go
just
down.
sitting on marble.
just like little bunny jumps.
I'm going to stay at the top.
Okay, sit at the top. You sort of stand there and have a look. And two of you go down, and you see that you can sort of go and have a look. Make an investigation check, both of you either together or one of you with advantage.
I'm not that great at investigation.
I'm technically proficient.
Okay.
Technically proficient.
I will assist you then. So roll with advantage.
Yeah. What? That was terrible. 7.
All right. You go down, you have a look at it,
My modifier is 8.
you poke it.
Yeah.
Put your fingers into it. It is tacky.
Tacky.
As in it stick. You sort of put your fingers together and just
Sticky. Interesting.
smells a little rusty.
Sticky.
It's rusty. What have you got? Something to do with the gates? Well, they're still upright.
Follow where the streaks go.
They go towards the gate and sort of lead in through that doorway.
Yeah, let's go and have a look at the gates.
Right. Hello.
Looking at the design of it
Mhm.
as an architect,
Yeah.
could I try and assume what its intended purpose would have been for?
This
Was it like a
this was
for-
this was
for
probably
singing? Was it a fight pit? Is
It
there something
probably-
we really shouldn't open those doors?
it probably had. I mean, looking at the structure of it, it probably had multiple reasons. The way the
Right.
structure has been built, it looks like it could have been done for performances. It could have easily been used for combat, even if it was sort of like mock fighting.
Yeah.
Because even with the material being what it is, you can still see that there are effectively some small grates that have been carved in at bottom points of the zone. So they probably could
Drainage.
sweep it by. Well, yeah, but it is also for drainage because here, if it rains, you're just going to get a puddle.
You know what you've made
Now got
is a very
swimming
big
pool.
bucket.
We've got a big swimming pool. So you go around and have a look. You can, this is probably used for multitude of things. Without going deeper in,
Yeah, I'm not going deeper.
Oh, we are.
It
Let's go
bothers
back.
me that it's just randomly in the middle of here.
Okay.
We're going to poke around the gates.
Yep.
all right. Two of you go and have a look around the gates, and you can see within there that it has been sort of forced open at some point, probably quite a while ago, based on how the metal is. Sort of, you in particular can tell that this isn't a recent distortion of metal. This is probably happened at some point during the war, like hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, this damage is really old.
As you look, you can see that there are animal bones and bits of animal that just litter here. As you sort of look through, the corridor has a short passage and then an immediate right, and then it seems to be steps that lead down. So it looks like that the wings for this is effectively the wings of the theatre, and then it goes down underneath, and there's sort of like the stage, not the stage, but the green room and things like that would be under the theatre itself.
I'm gonna turn around and shout up at Elijah's like, "You're not coming!" Or everyone else. I'll be like, "Anyone? No, we're gonna go down here."
Hang on, there are bones there, so something could be using this as a nest or a place to live. How can I tell what sort of animals the bones came from? How big they were? Nature. 14.
Probably something like a sheep or a goat.
Just, I think it's sheeps and goats, so maybe be dealing with something like a wolf, mate, or that kind of thing, maybe. I think maybe we should get the rest of the people, everyone down here, just in case.
I mean, sure, but I'm gonna go with it anyway.
Okay, it's
I
right.
noted that I think this is a terrible idea.
I'm not waiting for people, but I'm intrigued.
Hey everyone, can you come down? We think there might be an animal lurking in here, but it's still worth exploring.
Whilst you two are sort of looking around doing this, you at the top, you've sort of taken a moment to sort of stop and have a look around from a different state and just sort of turn around and have a look, because your curiosity is taking you as to why there is a theatre in the middle of nowhere.
Grassland.
Yeah. And as you look around, you can see that actually quite a lot of the lower hills used to have some sort of house on them. At some point, you can see, actually, now that you're looking at it, you're sort of thinking about it a little bit more. There are clear sort of stone marks that have been overgrown over time, but they are too angular to have been natural. So it's likely that this was a community here at some point. It was built into the hillsides, and this was just where they came to have their theatre performances. So there was, in this area, used to be some sort of
a town.
I'm too bothered about the thing that's on the page.
It's his particular interest as an architect, so he would have done a look around. Are you just going in? Are you waiting for people?
Waiting for people.
I was asking Cassian specifically. Because Cassian said I'm just going in, so.
Oh no, I'm gonna wait until people join me. I'll probably just like poke my head in.
And a dexterity saving throw.
That'll do. Perception, that's a 16.
16. You look around, and you can see the stairs sort of spiraling, very, sort of a wide arc underneath the stairs, but you can sort of curve around. You can see that there are more little bones and things that are just.
So the stairs spiraling.
A very slow spiral. They're going down underneath the seats, as if it's going down to a sort of what you imagine is probably something like the staging area, backstage. This gateway
Is in between the seating area.
No, underneath it.
So where's the entrance to this?
So from the arena,
Yeah.
there's the stairs sort of going around. My strike arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that was circular, and then there's a doorway. There's a doorway, and then the underneath there's still some stairs that are some seats that are above that.
Yeah.
And then there is a passageway, and then it just goes down under the main.
Right,
theatres
so it's
underneath
not
the
like
stage.
it's not like half of one where it's like half and there's a stage. It's just a circular.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, I understand. I thought it was like there's a stage on one side, but no, it's
No.
just circular, and in one of them is just a gate.
Yeah, gateway that leads downstairs. It used to look like it used to be locked to, security reasons.
Yeah, backstage, no one's allowed.
Mhm.
There's nothing in here, just more stairs.
More stairs that lead down and some more animal bones.
Yeah.
It looks like there was little cubbies that have been carved into the stone, particularly on the your left edge. You're looking at it on the left hand side, so that there were racks for hanging props up. In these proportions, so that they
Don't
could.
get any like props or anything in them.
No.
Oh, they took all the good stuff.
Either that, or they were long since rusted away.
No. Okay. I can't see anything. There's just stairs here and some more bones.
Okay, well, when everyone joins us, we can go in and have a look.
As the two of you are sort of standing there, what's your passive perception, both of you?
11.
9.
9. Okay. You didn't see this coming.
Do we ever?
I will say, yeah, you can't see this from where you are. You in general. You have a sense of a presence. Something just sort of feeling a little bit off. You're probably more attuned to it with your divine aspects, and you can sort of sense that there is something around.
Ooh.
You're not quite sure what, but there's something that's giving you a little bit of unease.
Something feels a bit creepy around here.
I feel it too. I didn't want to say anything. I thought it was just me, but it's a bit.
How are you feeling now?
Oh, you've joined us.
Yeah, I'm walking down.
Oh, yeah. Didn't quite feel it. I mean, animal bones don't really put me off, but just looking down here is a bit.
I felt it from
It probably
213 steps away.
I mean, some of us are just kind of like.
It probably won't do anything, but I'm going to use my divine sense.
Okay, what does your divine sense do?
Until the end of my next turn, I can sense anything affected. Sorry, as an action, I can detect good and evil. Until the end of my next turn, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial field or undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover, so it's going to be fairly pointless.
There's nothing immediately that is actually.
Jesus.
You get 2 hits of undead.
Ooh.
2.5 years I played Asher and used that. Never once got a hit off of it, so well done.
The 2 hits,
Yeah.
you sort of get the sense, you think, you reach for your weapon and you turn around. And Klaus.
Are you looking him dead in the eye?
Well played, good fun.
Oh yeah.
Didn't realise. Looking dead in the eye.
Elijah, Klaus.
A feeling of unease in a dark place. Is it?
Yeah, I was trying to get some guidance from the gods, and there's no nice way to say it. Is there something a bit unnatural about you two?
Unnatural? No.
Unnatural is
This is all natural.
unnatural, darling.
Okay, but is there some way you're maybe not like the rest of us?
One of these
It's
things,
not like the other.
One of these things just doesn't.
Am I not like the other? I mean, no human is exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
but
slowly start creeping in.
Make it feel-
Yeah, let's go.
You don't feel the same as a human. like Caspian?
You just say cat bones snap.
I trip over some bones.
Definitely just sort of.
So what?
Is there something different about maybe your soul or your life force or something like that.
I'll just jump back in. It's like, what? What's going on? What?
Oh, I tried to you channel my sort of divine power I got from the gods and to see what the weird feeling was.
Oh, that's cool.
But I've got this. There's something off, well, different about Elijah and Klaus. It's like, I mean, I wouldn't know what undead is, would I? So,
Yeah, I mean, you guys
you
would
would
probably be telling you going, danger!
danger!
Will Robinson, danger!
Divine sense, yeah.
Yeah.
This God's living there. I have a bad feeling when I'm looking at
This fucker. This is bad.
that ain't normal.
Yeah.
You do know the type
Okay.
of any being. Oh well, yeah. As long as there's anything. So yeah, you would be aware that this is undead. So
So
You know what?
this.
you probably would have been the reading of particularly some of the legends that have been that there were undead armies that were used against the previous civilization.
I mean, the sense I'm getting is that maybe you're a bit undead.
Undead, no. Undying is probably.
I'll go over and just like poke him. Just,
You're so strong.
I'm so sorry. I'll do that. A lot more joke that he feels real and he's alive. How can you be undead?
Undying. It's a very common misconception.
I mean, aren't we all? But why is he stranger? I mean, he can walk up walls in the right way. That's kind of the only weird thing I've seen. But hey,
I mean, that is a question. Why are you?
Why?
Why
are you?
Why are you?
How am I?
Why are you undying?
Why? How strong is your history on? Would it be mythology?
Gothic literature.
Yes.
This. Oh,
I mean, I've
History.
heard the legends of the undead or undying armies that were used in the last war. Is it something like that?
No.
Okay.
No. I like to think myself as a better being than them, being that I'm the one who's in most of the control.
Of yourself?
Yes, of myself. Yeah. See, those undying, undead, would probably do exactly what they were told. Is what I'm thinking. More of a puppet.
I don't know what you're going to me.
You're the DM. I don't know if I'm right. It's your law.
You don't know. You don't know that law.
Yeah, no idea.
You are much newer to the history of this place. So
The problem is
Swing
that
it.
I'm not from round
Come
here,
here.
and nor is my
not
brother.
Round here.
I mean, we're not. None of us are from round here because we travelled here from Sevenholme. Are you from Sevenholme?
Have you ever heard of?
Darth Clagoose is the one.
Have you ever heard of the Shadowfell?
Have I ever heard of the Shadowfell?
make a religion check or Arcana.
I've
Well-
literally just finished like those episodes of Critical Role.
15.
You have heard of Shadow.
Oh, can I check as well? Because I am in on this. Can I do
Yeah,
a check?
Join the conversation.
I came in. I've been poking you.
Poke, poke.
Was it a
This will be history or Arcana.
both exactly the same? Natural one.
That's very
You don't pay attention.
What's a book?
What's a shadow?
You are aware of the Shadowfell. The Shadowfell being in particular one of the parallel planes that had been selected by one of the dark forces, the dark powers that had ruled in the previous time. In particular, it was. I didn't anticipate this would come
Nor
up
did I.
in this particular session, but I don't have it immediately.
The gig is up. If only I'd have been behind the wall.
What this in particular would have, this was the domain of Forfal. Forrfall, the dark power who was the counterpart to physics. Physics. So where physics was the one who was the god of nature and life and light, who creates all things that grow. Forrfall was or is the corruption and perversion domain of rot and decay and unnatural monstrosities and aberration. So he resided in the Shadow Realm. It was he who would encourage the mortals to raise undead armies to go against the gods.
So I should pass this on, but maybe being a bit more polite about it.
Yeah, this prick.
But I wasn't born there as such. It's a place where I took refuge for some years.
What were you hiding from?
My father,
Okay.
see, he's like me,
Hmm.
but a lot scarier. And I'm pretty terrifying.
Are you? I mean, I saw you doing your bitey thing, which is quite impressive.
Well, it's not impressive. That was out of necessity.
I go over and start poking Klaus.
Carl just looks at you.
Like,
So-
as in, like, just make sure he's real too.
So,
Yes.
where does your dad live?
What? Ow.
Well, he was originally
I go over
from
and start
the
poking-
Primaterial plane.
poking
So was
Daddy as
I.
well.
This one.
Not this one, no, the one before.
So I thought this was still the same plane. It had just kind of been through some shit.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not quite. So the look. This
I
is
mean,
where
what-
you get. This is where you get.
We're gonna get deep.
Exposition.
Lord Dive,
This is
I'll
where
go
you
up
get
everyone.
into deep exposition. So this is probably where Winston would come into this.
Winsome overhears this, and I'm
If
just
Winston starts, I'll interject when my
I'm
part
getting
comes in.
Yeah.
Well, in the meanwhile, I'm trying to get Smokey to ride Dash.
A fire-breathing lizard on a griffin.
Jump, Dash, stay still, jump. Come on, Smokey, you can do it. Come on, and just do that for like just like like
You're
slightly,
bored of the conversation.
slightly
already.
It's just in the
Like-
corner, blurred out.
yeah,
slightly.
in
You
the
can-
background. You can kind of see me doing it.
It's like
Winston
Groot,
sat there.
baby Groot running around doing things. Yeah. Okay.
When you
Cool.
get your own spin off, the camera reverses, and we're in the back.
Just the back. Winston says, the stories are that there was a world before this one. Of that, there is no difference. That on that world, there was a cataclysmic event, a final misfortune. And in that world, there were two who foresaw the misfortune and began their preparations. They were Foss and Skier, the two gods who observed in the background and traveled the world. They both knew that the world was not much longer, and as Foss,
No, it's fine. It is plugged in.
okay, as Foss observed the traders moving goods and weapons toward points of conflict, he listened to the stories. Skier observed the misery of those who had lost loved ones in conflict. She provided comfort for all she could, guiding their souls to the afterlife. While she did so, she tended for the children that were left behind. And during that time, she felt her own wound grow heavy, a child. And as they started to feel the rendering of the planes, as the gods did, they took hold of some of the planes themselves to force the locations and the people that were there and anchor the belief in themselves to enhance themselves and to draw into their own demi-planes, keep people alive. When the time was right, they reached into those planes to draw on the power that was within them and craft this world from those origin points. Do so, they pulled in the elemental planes, the other planes of existence, and with a last gasp of prayer from the dying mortals who were overwhelmed by this energy, the gods were able to create this world. The liquid landmass sort of expanded from there, connecting the bastions of civilization. And as the land was laid out beneath them, the contractions of Skier began, and she birthed her children. Realizing that the children could not survive on nothingness, Foss tore at the outer plane of fire, bringing through the sun to provide them with heat. He then ripped open the land, creating deep furrows and ripples in the soft earth, creating the hills and the mountains and the valleys. The heat from the sun baked the land, solidifying it, as well as the globules that dripped from Foss's fingers, creating the three moons in the sky. But that is what came to be, and then from there, the gods and their children were created, and they created mortals. And the whole story, not pretty pertinent to this, but that's what led to our worlds coming into existence.
So your father lived through all that, or survived through all that?
And we too.
You're from back then.
A very unfortunate escape. You see, and I believe that this is how this came to pass. We ran away from my father. My father wishes nothing but me, my brother, and my sister to be dead. We've been on the run for him for quite some time, through the ages, and we'd taken refuge in the Shadowfell. Eventually we were found, as he always finds us. And right as the calamity happened, we saw an opening, a tear as such. And out of sheer desperation, all three of us threw ourselves into it. And Sevenholm is where we ended up.
Wow. So where's your sister?
We have no idea. From what I
man.
can remember, my father wounded her and may have held on to her as we jumped through.
Oh no.
So where they ended up, or if they're together, I'm not entirely sure.
Oh wow. That's tough, man. Go for it.
This is not the way I thought this would be. Normally, people, when they go, oh, undead person, it's normally a vicious attack.
Bitch, stand still! By this point, I am chasing up him, holding Smokey, just trying to get him on there. Right!
Smokey just tail is just tucked up underneath like a dog does when it's unhappy. Just like,
Yeah. He's probably just like, Capricorn.
Oh, so is that one of the reasons why you wanted to come exploring and come with us? You're saying you're going to somewhere, go explore. Maybe we
Running
can find
from going
your sister.
to, we need to explore. This place is very vast. My sister could be here. I'd rather my father wasn't. I don't think he is. A whole multitude of things, but our very nature invites conflict. So we like to move on once our ruse is discovered.
I mean, what in your nature means conflict? You've been travelling with us for a bit. You've been a valuable friend and part of the team.
I'm glad you think that. How do you stand morally, though?
No. From what you're saying, you didn't have a choice in how you were made.
Oh, no, we don't have a choice in how we were made, but our actions afterward, definitely we do have control.
Yeah,
And
obviously.
some of those actions are not very good for singulars, but for a greater purpose is very, well.
You mean like such as?
We need to consume certain types of food to sustain our life.
Okay.
And sometimes the preferred foods are not available.
So we need to hunt more or forage more?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, if that's all it needs, let us know how we can help.
Absolutely. If we ever run out, it's absolutely fine.
We all do the hunt. We all hunt and things. Why do you think that's something morally weird? I know there's some people that don't like to eat meat, but it's not that common.
Oh, well, sometimes it happens.
Where it says, to be fair, not been that good at hunting thus far.
Oh no, but
You couldn't even shoot a cow. And it's a
I
cow.
was trying to tame it.
You tried to eat it at one point.
We're new, we're away from home, we're still learning how to do things. We'll get better. So yeah, go on. What's these morals? Why do you think hunting and things isn't moral? Or are you concerned about
That's
it?
just where you stand, really. Sometimes accidents happen.
I get the feeling you're trying to tell me something.
It's
Can
very
I do an
strange.
insight check?
Smokey, get back here!
Smokey has now jumped off of you, run away from you, and he's running in different directions from Dash. Dash has taken off and has just landed at the top of the hill, and just also going, nope. And Smokey just scuttling around. Nope, 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 nope.
He's like, no.
No, 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 no. Just running around. Smokey! Smokey! No!
Smokey, no.
Yes, him! Now!
Like those little lizards that are on the water.
Yep.
So that was a 19 on insight.
19, roll d20 and your
Deception?
yeah, probably.
$23.
He is hard to read. You're getting a lot of information. He's been a lot more open about some things than he has been in the past, but he's difficult to read.
It's hard to lie when the guy can know that you're undead.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, well, never saw that one coming. Can't really describe your way out of this one. Am I? That's a hard lie to pull. How old are you? Stopped counting a few decades ago.
Yeah, I get the feeling there's more you're not telling me, but maybe you're just not ready yet.
Well, it's not often you get called out on being undead. It's been a while.
Yeah, well,
I thought I bore it well, but clearly not well enough.
no, I didn't know anything was that way until I had the creepy feeling here, which we should maybe look into.
Cassian walks up now and just a bit like kind of like, wait. So we going, gonna go down the gate?
Well,
Cool,
Are you
yeah,
done? Are you
let's go.
done talking for now?
Oh, for now, yes.
I don't.
Okay.
Captain's already gone.
Maybe later.
I'm just like, cool, let's
But for
go.
now, I trust you to have my back.
Fantastic. High five.
As Cassian sort of walks between the two of you and starts making his way down, it's his travel leg is just slightly on fire.
Oh, good. A torchlight.
Do I notice it?
What's your past perception 9, isn't it? No.
Not until you're physically on fire.
Cool, cool.
Smokey is very staunchly just sort of sitting on one of the things, just like, nope.
Yeah.
He's now sitting on top of Dash in defiance.
Dash is up the other, is on top and sort of looking down. Like, alright, so what is a general marching order, please?
Okay.
Cassian is
Yeah.
first.
Second.
No. I'll say grit because that seems like a great thing to do.
Then me.
No.
Winston and Pal should probably been up there.
Yeah, I've got some powers.
Lord.
Oh.
Palm says,
Put an asterisk in this episode if we ever want to come back for some
Yeah.
lore.
This one is important.
I'll say because of this
Lore
class,
episode.
Palimpsest and Winston do not come down with you
Okay.
because half the party is missing, and if I have to do that, then that is going to be a problem.
Oh
If anything
no,
happens-
this means it's going to be bad.
Well, I don't have to be I don't really have to be rolling for 3 other characters in case anything does happen.
Not that anything will, of course.
Hypothetically, if something was to happen, like PvP. That's my secret.
Do you need to light a torch? Is it dark in here?
I don't know, I can actually see pretty well in here. It's like something's already on like, oh my god, my leg's on fire. I'll put it out.
And pitch darkness. You cannot see.
Actually, you know what I would have
Solve
done?
the pain.
No, you know what I would have done? I would have
Ignites the torch.
I would have gotten a torch out from my leg and
Okay.
just lit.
So bear in mind, whilst you're holding the torch, you cannot wield your weapon.
I can have my hand axe out though.
Yes, you
'cause
can.
it's
You have a
just
different-
dual wielding just with one axe and one torch.
Okay. So as you head down, you see more of these general remains of the animals. But as you sort of come down, you've now gone about 10 feet down. There's a very shallow stairway. It's not even a stairway, it's more of just a gradual ramp. You gather and used for taking down to be about 10 feet wide, so you can get people going back and forward. You come to what you imagine is directly underneath the stage. You can see sort of small pinpricks of light coming through where some of the marble is maybe worn away over the years, water has gotten in, and just sort of just a little bit of light is shining through. So dim light, not quite full darkness. But you do notice that there are a couple of animal bits sort of scattered around. In particular, there is one relatively intact goat.
Oh, as in dead?
Dead.
Oh,
Dead goat.
okay.
But as you look at it, you can see that its body has a very gaunt look to it. Almost like a lot of the fluid in it has been drained.
Check vertical space.
Make a perception check.
Perception check. 3.
3.
Yay.
You do not see anything in particular.
Okay, so we found the room.
I inspect the animal.
You put the animal, you go down, have a look at it. Make a medicine check. With advantage, because this is your special.
Take the 15.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the one. Medicine.
Medicine.
Medicine. I can't find it. There it is. 18.
Okay. This creature has had its blood drained, but the way that you can't see any open wounds on it. What you can see is that the blood seems to have gone through the pores and just sort of come through the skin somehow. Like the hide is drenched in the blood, but there's no cuts, there's no evisceration, there's nothing like that. To explain this amount of blood, there's nothing.
It's coming in. Yeah, it looks pretty dead to me.
Definitely, Not coming back on that.
This is like we just come out shot. Oh, like, can I put my torch out and see if I can see like anything else?
Make a perception.
Oh. 9.
9. No, nothing that you particularly see here.
Good.
Okay. Well, we guess there was maybe something. Guess from the bones there was something in there hunting. And it was only eating goats. It's probably not too big.
Hunting something. This is extraordinary.
Why?
All of its blood seems to have been pulled from its body. There's no cuts.
Oh, that's peculiar. I mean, we met those giant spider thingies that might have tried to drain blood, but I already had a look. Couldn't see anything.
Yeah, as soon as you get spider thingies, I automatically
Vertical
just-
space.
But then it had to make punctures.
What's your past perception, Connor?
15.
As you all sort of crouch around this animal, inspecting it, you detect a movement coming out from one of the sort of the side rooms that are up here, possibly a changing room or privy or something like that. And you see this mist start to make its way out. You can already tell colours because down here, dark vision, you can only see the sort of colour, but the way that it's the shades, it looks like blood. And as it floats towards you, this mist just dripping blood onto the ground.
Nope. Nope.
Angels roll initiative.
Blood drinking mess.
Ooh. That was the one I wanted. Right.
it, but temptation. Boy.
It's my battle pack.
Combat pad. Roll for grit. Why have I been grit down here? Why don't I bring down Winsome? No, I've got grit. That's who I've got.
This grit's better. Fine.
That's fair. Grit got a 10 on the initiative. Isaria?
18.
Ooh, Cassian?
7.
Elijah?
22. A terrifying 22.
Oh dear.
What was it? You also to 18 or 17? Isaria?
18.
18. Not that it makes any difference because you are third. The mist is going first.
Oh no.
It is going to float its way over to you, moving quite easily. There's a diesel page. I can get the description of it as it comes out. It is. The haze floats lazily through the air. In a few seconds, the mist coalesces into a drop of liquid that spatters below as it sort of starts dropping blood towards you. You can smell the blood on it now because it's tasty. But this is problematic. In fact, make a history check for me.
I shall.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. 9.
9. Okay.
Better than what it could have been. Terrible.
You're not thinking this is a problem. It makes its way towards you and it will come up on Isaria. As it does, it engulfs your space. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, goody. 14.
14 just fails.
Looks like we're looking for a 15.
So, as you are engulfed by this red mist, you won't expect from going, you just hear a no.
No.
You take 18 points of necrotic.
This is both of your fault. I wanted to be upset.
You are engulfed, you are restrained, and you cannot breathe.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Engulfed,
I don't need to
restrained.
And you can't breathe. And as the damage is dealt to you, as you feel the sort of blood, you feel the blood underneath your skin being pulled out.
Jesus.
Your maximum hit points are reduced by 18 as well.
Bloody hell.
Thank God I haven't got a heal yet.
Sorry. Reduced by 9, reduced by half.
Oh, that's fine then.
That's, yeah, totally. Okay.
That is the end,
Holy fuck.
that is the end of your turn. That's the end of its turn. So Elijah, you're up.
Can it make a wisdom saving?
Big.
You look at the floor, guy. That's 20.
I have disadvantage.
What happens when like all the actual playable characters die? Like you just NPC for a little while, or
What was the spell?
Distant.
Oh, okay. So
13 damage half.
13 damage halved. Okay. Which is
7.
7. What's that? You speak your distant whispers and you watch as it sort of it seems to react much the way that it's coalesced around this area is into a humanoid form. But as you sort of see it sort of bubbles up, it's almost like there's a head appears on both sides, like it's sort of vibrating through. There's multiple personalities sort of residing within there, and it takes the whispers, but it's just shrug it off.
As a bonus action,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a bonus action. As a bonus action, can I
Please.
slice down my own wrist in front of it? In an attempt to bait it away from
Okay. Make an persuasion check.
Okay. 13.
13. Okay. We shall bear that in mind. Sorry, it is your turn.
It's just, I know it wants blood.
Yes.
And mine's not all that important.
Mm.
I will say make a constitution saving throw to see whether or not you have air in your lungs at this point,
Okay.
or if the impact from it sort of drains your way.
Constitution saving throw. That is a 14.
Okay, yes, you do have you have air in your lungs.
I have lungs.
Lungs, congratulations.
You have air in your lungs, which means that if you have a spell they built, you can use it, but then once you do that, your air supply drops, so you'll start suffocating.
Yes.
But you can hold your breath a number of minutes if you're concentrating on fire.
Not fantastic.
Okay.
Grick is up next, so I need to look at what Grick can do.
I'm scared.
What I'm going to do
Bonk.
is I am going to touch my little reliquary and use a channel divinity to activate the peerless athlete feat. So for the next 10 minutes, I have advantage on strength, athletics, and dexterity acrobatics checks.
Sorry, what? What's this we're doing?
Oath of Glory, channel divinity.
In which book is it by?
Theros.
No, I haven't got that first. That's okay. The one I don't have to hand, but that's all right. I can bring up characters.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to give myself advantage on strength checks.
Nice.
Okay.
Class specific channel.
All genres, these are pretty class.
No, you get like talent.
Clerics.
And I'm going to try to make an athletics check to escape being restrained and burst out of it. Can I do that?
It's an action to break out of restraint. Is it a bonus action to use?
Bonus action to use the channel divinity.
Then, yes, you can have it. Let me just look at the channel divinity. Very just to.
No.
Nice.
Sacred Oath. Channel divinity. It's not specific. Channel divinity. There. Cool. That's a fun thing.
It's a hopeful thing.
That's an interesting thing. All right. Sure.
So yeah, try and basically just going to try and brute force my way out of this thing and
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
I
I don't
Oh.
think any of them were double digits.
No. So athletics check. 10.
It wasn't that, it's just straight strength, actually. I've looked at the stats again.
Oh. So my channel divinity does nothing. So-
Is it specifically athletics check?
Strength, athletics, and dexterity acrobatics.
You know
So-
what? I will say
so-
athletics. Athletics is fine, but
Okay.
it
10.
doesn't help in this
It's
instance.
still just 10.
Okay, as you try to pull your way out, the drainage on your muscles has made them weaker, despite the fact you have called upon the holy aura to assist you. It seems strengthening your body at this exact moment.
Okay, well, that's bonus action action. So
Action
I'm going to prepare myself for death.
is Grit's turn. Grit is going to. Grit is going to cast Sanctuary on you.
Sanctuary.
So you are protected by Sanctuary at the moment.
Yes.
What does that do? Please remind me.
So Sanctuary gives so any until the spell ends, any creature who attacks the ward of creature with a attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they must choose a new target or lose the attack.
Interesting.
So the divine aura sort of shimmers around it, which the creature seems to be unhappy with. So that is his bonus action. With his action, do you have anything you can throw?
Bomb.
Throw
Oh
a
no,
punch.
that was all.
Yeah, okay. He's going to wind his gauntlets and he's going to pull it back and then jab forward with his thunder gauntlets. Go for a strike. That is a 17 plus stuff. Of course, I hit with a PC. Dealing
So
10 points of thunder damage.
to dance.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
pretty good.
And a creature that has been hit has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets against other than you, which doesn't make a difference because this one doesn't make attack rolls. The thunder bursts and it seems to wound it a little, but not as much as you would have expected. which is just missed. Right, that is the end of Grit's turn. Cassian.
I would.
Hi.
Well, I would like to rage.
Okay. You get your fury, you feel the burst of electrical energy and cool sea breeze gather around you. You smell salt in the air.
Oh.
The electricity crackles around you, holding your torch and your light axe.
Can I go over and can I try and use the use the torch on it, like try and whack the torch through it, like just fire. What do I add?
This will be a strength plus your. I'm going to torch damage is spit is there.
Ooh.
Not sure it's even rapidly, just one.
Oh,
Looking to remember Dan being really annoyed about this.
fire damage.
It would be further than you. So make a melee attack with your burning torch.
What add on?
This will be. I would just make a normal attack, but -1 because your normal weapon. Just as you would with your hand axe.
Oh, so +5.
So you can,
That's a 14.
14 just misses.
Mm.
And you swing the torch.
Oh
at it.
no! +2 melee damage. No,
Damage.
that's damage, not to the attack.
No.
Okay.
If only you were proficient.
Yes. Although when I was it within 10 feet of me when I activated my bonus action?
It would have been, yeah.
Well, I can give it 1d6 lightning damage.
It's dex save, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a 12.
No. No, it fails.
Okay, so roll damage.
It's good. 2.
2. The electricity crackles around it, but it again seems to be grounded.
Great.
Are you okay?
I've attacked, I have bonus action.
Yeah. Okay, back to the mist's turn. What was your persuasion roll again?
13.
Okay. It is going to drift off you and drift onto you. Which does mean, because the way it's moving, both of you would get an attack of opportunity.
Me?
And
Yay.
Yes, please.
sorry,
Oh, so just hit it again.
yeah. What are you attacking with, Laura? First of all,
Hand axe or torch?
Well, as soon as I went for the torch, I'll go for like the hand axe next.
okay, swing for the hand axe.
That's a 24.
That is roll damage. Dom,
No.
sorry. Okay.
Just straight no.
A
That's
7.
4 points of damage, and I reduce its speed to 0.
Sentiment.
When
Yes,
hit
you're
a
making
creature
attack
with an
opportunity. Yes, you're right.
Creature's speed becomes 0. So that was 4 points of damage and speed 0.
Okay, so you take 2 points of damage because you hit it with the miss. There isn't much for you to interact against. But you feel it sort of with it, but it moves round, and it's currently not engulfing anyone. So it's now just a floating pile of mist in the middle of the room, and it's probably going to be an issue. Elijah, it's your turn.
Con save, please.
Can't save.
Yeah, no, it's not got anyone in it.
That is a 17.
Passes, but it's a second level thunder wave.
Thunder wave.
I couldn't do this while.
These two are right next to it. And it's sort of like the three of you in a triangle around it, as is Grit. But all four of you are quite around
Yeah,
it.
it's a cube as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
How
Well-
big is the cube?
10-foot cube.
10-foot cube.
So
5-foot cube.
choose who you're pointing it at, because you've done it now.
I'll catch Grit in it because Ross isn't here.
Yeah, you know.
I might need one of these two.
Yeah.
All right, someone roll a d20 point.
Sure, I'll do it. Grit's like my pal. 15.
15 plus 6, yeah, 21 for Grit.
It's 13 damage, so 7 again.
7 points damage to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
The thunder wave blows off, and Grit goes, "Ah, fuck! Why?"
Also, if it matters to the people on the outside, that can be heard from 300 feet away.
You suddenly notice that
Excuse me.
Okay.
And bonus action, I will inspire.
Mhm.
Yes. You're Yasaria, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yasaria.
Nailed it. Yeah.
Is
So this is
Is
Patrick.
it Isaria?
Isaria.
As if
Isaria.
it was an I, not a Y.
Yeah, I
Isaria.
inspire Yasaria.
Okay. Another a mote of energy just floats out and starts orbiting around you.
That's a D6.
Yes, it is now your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I think I need to do this. So,
Panic.
I've already done that. Now we move on to regret. Okay, so I am going to bonus action cast Wrathful Smite.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Not until I actually hit it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was if you just make an attack.
No, it's only on a hit. Paladins, man.
Paladins, yo.
The divine smite you can add on.
No,
as an
sorry,
afterthought, but
I
Wrathful
was-
smite is a concentration spell.
Sorry, I was talking about if he makes an attack, he uses sanctuary.
Yeah, he will.
He won't.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was talking about. Sorry.
But
I know nothing about
He's-
paladins to even make any sort of comment.
Paladins. are
Other than
fantastic. You don't
them.
waste anything, and even if you miss,
It's still
it's
Unless you get hit and lose concentration.
Which did happen.
Yeah. As we are sort of round it in a triangle, am I able to get a plant?
You would have flanking. You would have planting.
planting.
Flanking.
There are plantains nearby.
Plantains, the flanking.
More. Add on the inspiration.
So, what does it?
As you've used it on an attack roll, immediately after the creature rolls the inspiration die, each creature of my choice that I can see within 5 feet, Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. What's the total, Dol?
Total on the attack roll is 16.
16 would hit.
What's the number on the inspiration dice?
2.
Two.
2 points of thunder damage?
Yeah.
So with the motes, as you swing, the mote comes in to your maul and wraps around it as it guides the strike, and as it impacts, there's a puff of thunderous energy. There's 1 point of damage from that. And so are you rolling these separately? Because the radiant is
Well, Raffled is psychic.
ooh. Well, the physical damage is going to be different from the
Yeah, so I rolled on different dice. So I'm guessing that damage addition would go on, strength bonus goes on with physical, doesn't
yes.
it? Okay, so that is 10 physical,
Okay.
3 psychic,
Uh-huh.
and if the target is a creature, it must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me till the spell ends.
Natural 20.
No, of course it is.
Of course.
It's also immune to being frightened, so
Ah,
Of course it is.
because
we
it's
tried.
a big ghosty thing.
Mm.
Okay, so that's your action. Are you adding anything else to that smite as you have done so? You can add a normal divine smite if you want to spell.
Oh, yes, I can, can't I?
Yes. New characters. You did. Only session 10.
Paladins, big numbers, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Level 3, don't care.
Divine Smite.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's expend the spell slots for another 2d8 radiant.
Oh no.
You thought having a paladin barbarian was a problem. Now you've got to deal with a paladin and a barbarian.
5 radiant.
So really, okay.
Why multi-class when you can have one of it?
You just have 2 of them. Yeah.
All right. So as you hit the going straight for thunder energy, it seems to rack. There's that sort of scream of facing that, and then the burst of divine energy. It is looking, well, I would say it's bloody, but it is all blood. Right?
So
It's looking delicious. Isn't it?
It's looking like a tasty snack.
I think that hurts it. We can fight it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Oh, I've been trying to get that in. Just so long.
Yay.
Okay, Greg's going to go Yeah. I think you have the right idea. Slightly wrong execution. So you're going to step around and he's going to cast second level Thunder Wave. Making sure you're in the line of fire.
Ah, it's over.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen. I think that's a 5.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, it's only first level because he cannot. Because he's an artificer, he doesn't have second level spell.
Oh, good. And he's saving DC 7, right? I got an 8.
Well, the good news is the other thing failed.
Oh, good.
Oh no, he just passed.
Of course it did.
So I rolled 3. The beyond rolled 3 damage. So it takes 2. But no, it takes 1.
I thought you rolled it up.
Yeah, but it's resistant. It's resistant to thunder damage. And you are thrown across the room as well.
Thank God.
Well, bye.
The thunder energy cracks off, and you just watch as you go, yeah, and blow away. That's the end of Grit's turn. Like, Cassie, it's your turn.
Okay. I would just use. I'll just use my hand axe again because I'm guessing I can't pull out my hammer axe.
You can. You can drop the torch, which you just
Yeah.
drop the ground.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. And I'll use the hammer side, more area.
Sure.
Can I reckless?
Sure.
Can I only reckless on my first?
I have an order attacks.
Oh, because it says on first attack you can attack recklessly.
On your first attack is when you choose to whether you're reckless or not. You can't you can't change it on your second attack. You have to do it.
You're either reckless
so
or
you-
not.
Oh right.
Reckless
So
the entire
you
turn.
essentially pick it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Also,
Reckless.
if you're reckless on your first attack, and then later on in that round you get an opportunity attack,
It stays with me.
as long as Luke's fine, you can then carry it.
Well, I think it's only on your turn.
I don't know.
We will make it. I will check this what you do.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why I started with, I think.
Attack recklessly.
Gives a
Attack rolls against. So to give you advantage on melee weapon attacks using strength on this turn, but attack rolls against you haven't advanced until your next turn. So you don't get to do it on opportunity attacks unless you happen to have flanking.
Fair
Um. Okay.
But I do allow if you are
Natural 20.
Right. You do have it if you are holding your action. I do allow that.
So that was hammer size. That's 2d6. That's 9 plus 4 is 13 plus 2 is 15. So that's 30 points of
No. Double the dice. yeah,
double the
mod.
dice. So that was
I
9.
was like, wait, 15. Oh, wait. So
That was 9, 18,
Yeah.
20,
So
24.
it's almost 30.
24 points of bludgeoning damage, and I will then bonus action my lightning damage to give them 5 points of lightning damage.
Which does not save against. So that's another 5 there. So if you swing you drop the torch on the ground and the hand axe to one side, you reach behind you and just reach for the big hammer side. As you swing it, you just see a little crackle of energy just sort of surge around. As you swing it separates it almost, and it reforms on the other side. It has done a good chunk, thankfully, because Grit sharpened it.
Yeah.
Because it's a magical weapon.
They did.
All right, well that's it pissed off. So now it's turn. Gonna go for you now.
Me?
Yeah, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because you are a barbarian. You can see it.
Oh yeah, dangerous.
Very
Yeah.
clearly in danger.
19.
So as it goes to envelop you, you take a step back and you just shift around. So you're
Matrix.
out of the way. Yeah, you shift out of the way, so it's now next to you. It is.
Oh, do I get damage?
You do not get damage. You miss it entirely.
Awesome.
He's the one.
But as it has missed you, it is going to continue around its way and go towards you.
Missed you.
Yeah,
Its speed only becomes 0
if you hit it with an attack.
for one. Yeah, for one
For
round.
one round,
Yeah.
yes. So it is now going to leave your space.
If you could opportunistically attack it.
Actually, no, you know what? No, it can't do that. It can only go off one because it's technically its action. So yeah, it's action and it failed. That was the end of its turn. Elijah. They were terrified a few seconds ago. Elijah.
Oh, how the tables.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Oh, how turned the tables are.
Is it in 10 feet on its own?
No.
I don't want to thump away with
No. Has it got 5 foot space on either side of it?
It's got a 5 foot space sort of behind it, to the right.
With my performance of creation, how high is this room?
Maybe 10 feet.
Good. It's 2d6. I would like to performancely create a large rock
Okay.
and drop it from the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It would only be 1d6. It's 10
Yep.
feet. So, okay. I will give it a dex save.
You've actually used fall damage. I like.
For one.
Yeah.
1. Hard.
That wasn't a very good roll.
Oh no, it would have been magical as
My
well.
dice shows you can properly roll things. There you go.
Okay, so 1 point of magical damage as the rock
Worth it.
falls down and just sort of takes a little bit out of its side and then
Worth it.
before
Worth it.
Inspire Cassian.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Is
that
it
brings us to
1d6.
Isaria.
Okay.
I use panda.
Can I get a thanking?
Yeah. Actually, no, you can't anymore because of the rock in between.
I wanted to try and like get something in the way of it.
Ah.
Okay, it's just a regular attack then. Why am I rolling so badly tonight? 9.
9. Important.
You're exhausted from
Don't
clubhouse.
Yeah. Yes, that's totally in character. You've been drinking.
Yeah, that's me done then.
All right. That brings us to Grit. Grit is going to cast Magic Missile. Actually, no, he's only got 1 spell slot left, so I won't do that.
Yeah, magic missile. That's fine. One.
It's the little rockets coming out.
Rocket.
Yeah.
You can scuttle over it, you're going to use Rock and Grab. Nope, that's a 7.
Oh dear.
Oh no, 11. Still bad.
Not so.
Feel bad.
Not so shocking, grass.
Yeah, no, it was a really shocking grass. Just awful. Brings us to Cassian.
Oh, I thought it went before me.
Smash.
Yeah, I'll smash it again.
It's immediately after.
Reckless.
That'll do.
I roll
19.
shit on ability. I roll shit out of combat. I roll great in combat.
As a barbarian,
God does not know that feeling of
as a barbarian, I prefer that that's the way you keep it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I am all for rolling
Yeah.
shitty outside of combat because it's hilarious.
I don't
But,
care about your history checks as a barbarian.
25.
Roll damage.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hammer against that's 2d6.
I assume you go with the same weapon unless you specify.
Yeah, that's fine. 6, 10, 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
As you swing the hammer this time, you see the rock that has been placed behind this creature. You swing it up, go past it, go around your head, and just full on like you're trying to hit the bell in the sort of house. You swing the hammer down, smash it straight through it, and it cracks into the rock. You hear the rock go as the blood seeps out and away.
I see you read my mind. That's exactly why I put that there.
It was just a great target to go for.
Nice backboard.
Yes. Yes.
As the blood drips across the rock, the general sensation of where the mist was starts to coalesce and shift slightly. So the blood is pouring away from the mist and becoming more ethereal. Sort of shifts into a slightly whiter light. 3 humanoid figures start to rise out of where this mist is.
I ready my axe again.
Okay, so the axe. They start moving around. All 3 of you make a perception check.
Oh, shit.
No, it's not a combat thing. I can roll.
16,
12.
12.
17.
Okay. You two
Not
me.
notice the way that these creatures are dressed is odd.
Oh.
They're not dressed as normal sort of day-to-day clothing. They are dressed in. They've almost got like ruffed clothing. They've got floopy sleeves on.
Yeah.
They've got a big old ruff, like Tudor Elizabethan style ruff on. They've got billowing pantaloons.
One of my
on.
favourite eras.
Yeah.
I remember wearing those.
As they sort of stand and look around confused, they then see the four of you that are standing, and they're going to start to drift towards you, you, and Grit. And they're going to float into each of you. I need all three of you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh God! What was rolling well for me? A charisma saving throw.
Yes.
Six.
Oh no.
Oh,
20.
20. Okay. So you resist as you feel this sort of intrusive mind just sort of reach in and try and take over, and you shrug it off, and it falls off one side, looking a little dejected. You and Grit, your creature sort of get inside, and you feel your body being completely taken over. More than takes your body and Grit, turns around and starts walking out the door. That is what we're going to pick up next time.
Oh no! Oh no!
Because this is a session that's going to be more fun. That's a thing that's coming up that's going to be more fun with more people, and we don't have people. So,
Oh boy!
How's it going to be a week to buy new dice?
purge them. Purge them with blood.
Ah. Yeah, it's one thing I'm happy about is that when I'm attacking, I do roll quite well. Yeah. I hope I haven't just jinxed it, touch wood, by saying it, but. Oh boy. Very good, guys. Very good. Enjoyable. Oh no. Oh, theatre ghosts.
Theatre ghosts.
They've taken
You and Grit.
over me and Grit. How dare they? We saved them from the bloody mist. And then they take
were
over
they
us.
the bloody mist?
Were they the bloody mist?
You will never know. But yes, thank you very much everyone for joining us. That is going to be our adventure for this week. It's a little shorter than we normally would do, but as I said, we've only got 3 people, so we kind of made do with what we had at very short notice. So we will pick this up again next week. Come and join us on Wednesday when we will be continuing our adventure through America in the Wild West, where we'll be growing cows. Dom, Laura, Tom, and I are going to be doing the second half of our Great Western Trail. Our other stuff available on our YouTube channel and here on Twitch. You can also go and see some episodes of Game Team. Let them know that we sent you Equip Survival Games like sent on. Until we see you next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves and bye.
Bye bye.